Hey there, wonderful writers and story lovers. My novel Pariah Princess is out, and therefore I can finally get into the characters without worrying about major spoilers. Today, therefore, we will dive into the man on the throne, King Lano, Nola's dad. Are you ready to meet the parent? Let's do this. I'm Tima, and this is Tima Hiba Writes, the channel where we explore the magic of storytelling together. To understand Lano, one must look at the tension between the great king the people see and the difficult father Nola believes she has. So Lano as king is, let me quote the book. As a king, Lano was larger than life. He bore the weight of leadership with such confidence and stability that nobody doubted his prowess as a ruler. We are talking about a charismatic, bold, a powerful man with such aura. Everybody listens to him. You know, he just speaks and people gravitate towards him. They just hear what he has to say. You know, he just raises his hand and people are like, oh yes, tell me what you want. Share me your wisdom. He is known as one of Gaina's most legendary kings. And the reason for this is that he, years ago, before this book takes place, he undertook an impossible task that just earned the favor of everyone in the kingdom and really put him in a place where he could do no wrong in their eyes. What impossible task is this? I'll tell you. So, you see, Gaina has this ancient tradition called the Ngazefanga, which is the great binding. Now, this was started so many years ago, centuries ago, long before, you know, Lano's grandfather and great-grandfather and all of that jazz. So the idea was the royal heirs had to prove themselves worthy of the throne, that they deserved to inherit the throne of their parents. So to do this, they were to venture out into the sacred forest and attempt to bond with a Janyagari. So what is a Janyagari? A Janyagari is a sacred lion. And these sacred lions are so much more than normal lions. They are bigger, they are stronger, they are more intelligent, they are more vicious. They're just more than normal lions. So the royal heirs were to go to the sacred forest and try to bond with them. And at the end of the bonding, if they were successful, they were to emerge from the sacred forest riding the sacred lion. So naturally, the Gainans realized that they were losing a lot more heirs to this tradition than they could produce. So they had to rethink the whole royal heir proving themselves thing, and they basically abolished the whole Ngazefanga tradition. So they had to scrap that and come up with something else for the royal heirs to do in order to prove themselves. But anyway, the Ngazefanga was, you know, abolished and they didn't have to do that, but it was still a legendary tradition that was talked about and spoken of with such reverence. Now, years later, Lano comes into the picture and he is heir to the throne, and he's the kind of guy who is an overachiever. Lano be like, I'm sorry, abolished, that's fine, but I still want to do it. So he went. No one asked him to do it. He just decided that he was going to do it. He went to the sacred forest and spent a long time there and succeeded, actually. He almost lost his life, almost lost his leg. He could have died, basically, but he emerged victoriously, riding upon the silver gray lion that we encounter in the book that he named Zumbari. So ever since that point where he emerged riding the Janyagari, he established himself as the true heir to the throne, as a king that the Gainans could believe in and could count on, that he was worthy of the throne, that he had the favor of Mba, the lion god. He truly established himself. And that's the kind of king Lano is. He will do anything to establish himself to let the kingdom know that they can rely on him, that he is strong and that he is there for them. He is like 100%. Lano as a father? Well, okay, this is the thing. Personality-wise, Lano is not an openly warm man. He is hard, he is strict, he's intimidating, he's commanding. You know, he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. When he loves deeply. It's just that he won't express it by singing and dancing and giving hugs and kisses. No, that's not him. Speaking of love, let me talk about the love of Lano's life, Gaina. Like, no joke, there is nothing Lano will not do to secure Gaina's safety. Like, he would die for the kingdom. Which begs the question, if those are the lengths he would go for the kingdom, where does that leave his daughter? It's simple. Lano just wants Gaina to thrive, and he wants Nola to be a worthy heir. Simple as that. The conflict comes from his belief system. Lano is sincerely and genuinely a great king, but his belief system is rigid and uncompromising. Everything he does, even the harsh things, comes from the belief that it is the only way for Gaina to thrive. He just does everything in Gaina's best interests. He is one of the characters I feel the strongest for because of this, because he is a good man, he's a good king, he's a good dad, and everybody in the kingdom knows that and loves that about him. Everybody except the one who matters the most, Nola. She sees all that and she's like, whatever, you're terrible, you're failing. What is that? So bottom line, Lano just wants to be a good and just king. If he can be that every second of every day, and if he can go to bed every night knowing that the people have seen that in him and know him to be that way, he will die a happy man. Is Lano the bad guy? No! Though some characters may be inclined to think that way. I mean, sure, he isn't blameless, he has his flaws, but he is no villain. He's just a king and a dad who happens to be super cool and also one of my favorite characters in the story. For now. Would I like to have Lano for a friend? Are you kidding? Absolutely not. Have you not seen his personality? No, it's too big for me. I can't do it. I wouldn't handle it. I mean, I like him and I would appreciate him from afar, like way, way, way afar, but he'd eat me alive. He would. So that's it. That's Lano, the long and short of it. Honestly, there is so much more I have to say about the character, but I can't do it because I wouldn't want to spoil the book or its sequel. So I just really hope and pray that what we've talked about in this video is enough to paint a picture of who he is and why he is such a big deal in the story. If you have read Pariah Princess, let me know what you think about Lano in the comments. I would love to know your opinion on him. And if you haven't read the book, please buy it and join the conversation. Seriously, you need to find out, will Lano and Nola mend their relationship? What about Zumbari, his sacred lion? Will he play a role in the story? Come on, the answers are waiting for you. Patiently waiting. Thank you for watching this video. As always, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, keep writing, keep painting your worlds. Goodbye.